end of week 2 here, we got 2 Monday night games. So the first one here at 7, you got the New Orleans Saints going in the Carolina Panthers, NFC South matchup, tough game. But just based off last week, the Saints are a little bit more put together. They had a tough go um, against the Titans. They got 3 picks off Ryan Tannehill. I could see 3 picks here off of Bryce Young because this Panthers offensive line it's shaky at best. For me, those and the Bears right now are the 2 worst offensive lines in the league. So with that, I think this veteran defense on the Saints, they're talented. They know what they're doing. They know how to pick you apart. I like the Saints here, just defensively alone. There's not much to me yet offensively promised yet from the Saints, but defense alone, I think they're going to give the Panthers more than they can handle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking New Orleans here. I just definitely think that they're a solid squad, and if these two teams are coming into this game struggling, I prefer New Orleans struggling over Carolina and the rookie quarterback. I think the old vet will be able to pull through this one, and I'm taking New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, so this was a pretty easy one for me. I mean, Carr 305 had a touchdown to pick last week. Nothing, uberly impressive, but considering all the rest of the league, 305 was good enough for a top 10 quarterback performance last week. Um, and they're still minus Kamara. I think the Saints will continue to get better. I think this defense is going to give Bryce Young, a hard time all night long. And yeah, I think the Saints end up rolling in this one.
All right. Final game of the week, Monday Night Football, the other AFC North matchup, Cleveland Browns, big win over Cincinnati, big dominant win. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got a little bit beat up on dominantly by the San Francisco 49ers. Cleveland's a 2.5 point favorite here in Pittsburgh. Just based off of last showing, it's got to be. But I like this. I really like this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. But again, it's similar question I had last week about them is what am I going to get out of that offense? And at least I know the Browns are going to be able to run the ball. And especially if McCaffrey was able to get 152, I could see Chubb hitting 160 just because.
Mhm.
I like Cleveland Browns here.
Yeah, I mean that's hard to disagree with you, Brady, at all. That Pittsburgh offensive line is still leaking like a sieve. Like I don't know who's just as bad, the Giants or Pittsburgh. I don't know, but these two teams are fighting for the number one spot on whose offensive line is worse. Cleveland's defensive line and Miles Garrett is just coming off the line like a NASCAR and a pit bull all at the same time. It's just crazy. I feel bad for Pittsburgh and that run game and everything that they're going to try and do on that Monday night matchup for the second of the second games of the doubleheaders. I'm taking Cleveland just because I don't see Pittsburgh's offensive line getting any better week 2.
When I edit this show, I'm gonna see if I can mutilate a pit bull on a NASCAR just for you. I like that. I like it. Yeah, this was a tough one. Like my first inclination was to go Steelers. They're at home. I think the 49ers are just a far superior team. So it was, Najee never was allowed to get on track. I think he only touched the ball like 4 or 5 times. He popped off for 5, 6 yards to carry though. So I think there's some promise there. I think he bounces back. But Brady, you're not wrong. I think Chubb eats, giving up as many yards as they did last week. But then you got those factors, JJ or uh, TJ Watt 3 sacks last week. At any moment in time he can change a game. Minka Fitzpatrick back there at any moment in time he can change a game. It's tough. Watson or Pickett, they kind of seem on the same playing field right now. There's potential in Pickett, and you've seen flashes of it in his young career, and then you're like, is Deshaun going to break off the rust and start to elevate back to where he once was? So the quarterback situation is up in the air. I feel like whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win this. I liked more what I saw of the Browns defensively in the run game, putting up 200 total rush yards last week. And the Steelers minus Johnson outside. I'm not going to count my chickens on Allen Robinson anymore. So it's going to be a hard fought game. I think this is the other game of the week. Besides the Ravens and the Bengals, that's all in the same division. Surprise, surprise. I'm gonna go Browns here. The Elves.
I'd take the points and Browns.
Yeah,
The
no,
Elves.
this game is gonna be really good. I think because I think it's gonna be a hard nose,
Mm-hmm.
in your face game. So it'll be a fun one to watch. I like this game other than the Saints and Panthers Monday night game. So
For sure.
we'll see. Anything else to
Agreed.
add here, gentlemen, before
Yes,
we
sir.
take off?
No, sir.
I think that about covers it, man. Um, Shout out to everybody that supports the show. We
Hey, thank
appreciate
you.
it. Keep the comments and the feedback coming. You can find us on Instagram, Running Routes Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. Hit us up with questions. We're
Please.
continuing to try to build to the show to give you guys more. And we hope you enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
See you next week.
Peace.
Deuces.